from our day out in sort of southern LA. I don't really know what you call the area, but we went to Santa Monica and Venice Beach. So we walked along the canals and I took some pictures. We just had a lovely kind of stroll. Yes, we're at the canals. We're just having a walk around. It's very nice, all the houses are very lovely, and there's lots of these nice bridges which go over the canal. So just having a walk around this morning. The canals were created in the early 1900s by Abbot Kinney, who was trying to re-architect the vibe of Venice in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, they fell into disrepair in the 1930s and for about 40 years looked pretty derelict. In the early 90s, there was a whole commotion basically, and they redid the canals. They built sidewalks after they had been condemned, and since about 1993 this has been a really lovely area of Los Angeles, which is quite affluent. On the beach for a couple of hours, which was really nice. And then we had a wander around Venice Beach, went to Muscle Beach, had a look around at what was kind of going on there. Around to Venice Beach, it's really great. And it's also like one of the beaches that they filmed anywhere. Activity. I think all the bodybuilding is over there, so we're going to go and have a look. We were going to drive to Santa Monica and go to the pier, but parking is pretty expensive in LA generally. We paid £9 for parking to park at Venice Beach. We actually parked at a car park on the beach that a YouTuber recommended. So thanks Josh for that recommendation. We wanted to go to the pier in Santa Monica, but it was going a bit late because we've been on the beach for ages. So we just decided to go to Randy's Doughnuts and get some donuts. We didn't go to the one in Inglewood though, which has the sign and the kind of iconic donut on top of it, because it was just too far away. But they have a smaller branch in Santa Monica, so we went there. And then we didn't end up going to the pier because we didn't really want to pay for the parking, so we just drove home. And then we're going to pack up because we leave to go to Yosemite tomorrow. However, I got an email this morning from the parks because I've got a pass to get into the parks, and they've told me that there've been some road closures because of a fire. So there's this oak fire in Warona, so one of the roads is closed, so we're going to have to look into that in a bit more detail tonight and work out if we can go. Our first stop however is Sequoia, so I think we can go there. We think we can get there, and we're not staying right in Sequoia National Park anyway, we're staying just out of it, so we think we can get there, so we think we're okay for that night, but we're not sure if we're going to be able to go to Yosemite or not. The fire I think at the moment is quite far away from Yosemite. It's about an hour and a half from where we're meant to be staying. Obviously if that situation changes then we're not going to be able to go. So fingers crossed that, yeah, the fire's not that bad, but at the minute it's not contained. So I know the fire crews are working, you know, so hard to get that under control, because, you know, it's pretty awful. People's houses and things will be destroyed in those fires, so they're trying their hardest to keep them under control. But if we don't get to go, then it's fine, we can always come back, you know, it's not a total disaster. So yeah, we might end up doing something else for the last couple of days of a holiday, but we'll see what happens.